livest cloud radio show on the planet.
Check one, check two, check one, check two.
Check 3, check 4, check 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I know how to count, bitch.
Thanks to the motherfucking count on what's that shit?
Count Dracula.
Yeah, count, yeah, whatever that shit is.
1, 2,
Stupid as hell, dog. Yo, we live in the building, man. IG Live, what up, though? Shit, who just checked in? Oh, I seen Square, but like he gone and shit. Check back in with us. IG Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live. What's that? Periscope, whatever you call that shit, man. We even on Twitch. You motherfuckers playing video games can watch us too.
iHeartRadio also, nigga.
Dog, it ain't live though.
It don't matter. We own that bitch.
Yeah, we on iHeartRadio, man. Shout out to iHeartRadio. Fucking all that shit, dog. We on every fucking thing. My man Drake Swift just checked in. What up, though? It's my homeboy Enrique. Down in shit, I think in Arizona and shit. Am I lying? Arizona, somewhere down there, owning like all these motherfucking businesses and shit.
Good shit,
Fat Cat just checked in. What up, though? Hassan just checked in. What up, though?
My guy.
All right, man. Let's get to it, dog. You ready?
Let's go.
Yo. You know what it is, man. The livest cloud radio show on the planet.
Earth, cuz.
Straight from the E-Block Radio live on your dial right this moment, man. It's your boy, the Hood Howard Stern. Q Lewis holding it down live from the 48205. I got my man Mark Money in the building.
Red Zone, we in this thing. You hear me?
For sure, Red Zone, all that. Dog, you see this motherfucker? This is a cold ass t-shirt, though. Motherfucker screws with that. Y'all niggas don't know about this shit.
Yeah, that's what reminded me to say Red Zone, because it's a lot of red.
It's a lot of red. Fuck you, dog. It's okay. I'm working on it, though. Like, my face getting slimmer and shit.
Yeah.
Nah, you know what? My pinky finger getting slimmer for real, because I almost lost my pinky ring and shit. My man Miles just checked in. What up, though, Miles? Hassan said the realest of them all and shit.
For sure, my guy.
That's
Appreciate
what's up, dog.
it. You my guy all day.
Hey, but if I'm not mistaken, though, we got pastrami.
For sure.
We got pastrami.
Yeah, what the fuck is this guy?
That's what I'm trying to figure out, because he said he was coming. We got pastrami.
Yeah, we got pastrami.
Yeah, we got pastrami. All right, so anyway, speaking of pastrami, it is Wednesday, hump day. Don't have nothing to do with pastrami.
Hump day.
But it is karaoke night at Easy Street Saloon tonight, 16101 East 10 Mile Road, man. Pull up, get your sing on and shit. Got some drink and food specials.
Get your eat on, get
You know
your
what I'm saying?
sing on.
For sure. It's always a good time, dog, so make sure you follow through 16101 East 10 Mile Road, man. That's Easy Street Saloon. Easy Street Saloon, like my man was saying this shit. What's been popping with you, though?
Not too much, man. Trying to stay out the way, stay low to the flow like your aunt, you know what I'm saying?
Gotta do that, though, for real.
Just,
That
still high off the motherfucking win in Charlotte, you know what
I
I'm
know,
saying?
it was only like a week ago.
It was only a week ago, but I'm still high off of it, you know what I'm saying?
sure.
Like, I feel like we're gonna be going places soon, you know what I'm saying? This is just a startup, baby.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Dog, I feel that, man.
I'll see y'all at the finish line.
For real. He said, is it on the menu? Uh-oh. He said it's on the menu. It ain't on the menu yet, but it's there. It's there, though.
It's there.
Yeah, so we letting you know now, dog. Pastrami is in the building.
I'm sure I'm gonna put it on the lunch menu today.
Oh, that'll work. That'll work. What was I getting ready to say, though? I'm tripping. What was I going? Oh, yeah, we was just talking about the award show, man. So shout out to the Pod Excellence Awards that we won. Next to Blow Up, we won that award last week. So shout out to the A-Pod Connection, all the people out in Charlotte, man. Everybody that put that thing together. Yeah. Shout out to y'all. All the other podcasts that was in the area. Mad love, man. Salute to y'all, dog.
Salute.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to the TCE too, man. The Connected Experience podcast. Two brothers out in Inkster, dog. They actually doing they doing a roll call for people. They trying to get some interviews on Sunday, I believe it is. You can check it out on our page because I think they shared it with us. Check that out if you want to get on the podcast and get interviewed and all that good shit, because they actually won podcast of the year. So you know what I'm saying? So shout out to them, man. Big salute to niggas doing their podcast thing. You feel me? Joe the Vet just checked in. What up, though?
What up, though?
Yeah, for sure. Let me see. Fat Cat said congrats for sure, man. Congrats to you too, man.
Thank
you just got the Fat Cat show just got put on iHeartRadio as well.
Let's go, Fat Cat. Let's go.
You know what
Get
I'm saying?
that thing. You hear me?
So we out here, man. The hood holding it down on iHeart, man. We gonna fuck it all up.
Red Zone. That's what we do. Red Zone.
That'll be the shit, though.
What?
Fucking iHeart Awards, though. Do they have podcast awards?
Yes, they do.
They do? Man, that'll be dope
That'd
as
be
fuck.
sick.
Yeah,
That'd be sick.
Now that one, Yeah, fuck that. I don't just want the nomination. I want to win too. Yeah. But the nomination would be dope as fuck though, for sure. You still ain't fucking with Netflix and no shit.
I mean, I ain't really got. I ain't got.
You got time.
No time. Shit.
I got time to do that shit. Yeah, dog. The motherfucking Lions, dog.
Oh my God, bro.
The motherfucking Lions, dog.
Bro, I don't understand how they keep raping us and nobody say nothing, bro. That's bullshit, bro.
And shout out to D. Will, man. I'm gonna kick his ass.
Yeah.
He on Facebook clowning, man. Fuck you, bro. Yeah, yes, I'm crying. Yes, I'm crying. Yeah. And yeah, I'm blaming it on the refs.
Yeah.
And yeah, we could have scored more touchdowns.
Yeah.
But we still got robbed, though.
We still got robbed. We still had to win, though. Don't matter until we got robbed twice.
Right, dog, twice.
They took away a sack and a touchdown.
3 times, yeah. Because I mean, basically, they called the weak ass hands to the face, and they missed the whole motherfucking pass interference.
And so it was a touchdown that wasn't even a touchdown that they got. The motherfucking knee was down before he even crossed the finish, and the ball was right in front of his knee.
Yeah, I know.
Man, they hold us, bro.
Yeah, they hold us, man.
Let's not cry about that shit,
Hey, did
bro.
you see who the fuck? Shout out to my man Spice and shit, dog. If y'all follow Spice, he be always doing some funny shit. But I had seen the whole Instagram, dog, where he was the referee, he was playing the referee and shit. And he was calling all them calls because he had Aaron Rodgers on his fantasy football league and shit. Dog, I swear that's what it seemed like though. Like niggas was just calling calls because they was cheating for real.
Yeah,
it's all good, dog. I mean, it's the fucking Lions.
But we like Bo say, Bo talking shit too. I mean, we could have scored more. You know what I'm saying? But still, dog, it's the fact, bro. We had the game won. It don't matter what you score what.
For sure.
Y'all ain't never seen low games?
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. And even with that though, even without scoring in the second half for real. Without them missed calls and shit or them blown calls, it was still enough to win.
Yeah,
like 5 field goals and shit. It was still enough to win. For real. Let me see. My man Bo said you can't get robbed if you kick 5 field goals. Man, look. Yes, you like dog. Niggas win whole games kicking 5 field goals, dog. The defense played good enough in the second half to make it a win and shit, and they just got robbed, dog. So, man, fuck y'all. I don't want to talk about that shit no more. So anyway, any fucking way y'all niggas get on my fucking nerves. Let me see. You say who that? Oh, Nikki just checked in. She said every time we get up, they rape us. Don't want us to succeed. No, that's for real though. Both talking about quit drinking the Kool-Aid, man. Whatever, dog.
Kool-Aid good, boy.
Right, well, man. Kodak Lee talking about the Lions. Whatever, dog. Yo, Joe, I'm gonna check my messenger in a minute, dog. The podcast awards, yeah, dog. It will be dope if we can get that shit done.
For sure.
Hold on, we answering the question already. I guess we better get to that shit then, huh? Because Hassan already answered the question. So we gonna read it again when we come back from commercial break. But what he said is, I think there can be a good relationship between the police and the black community. It would take a lot of community outreach to start and build the relationship at this point, though. That's a good point. We gonna get back to that in a minute, dog, because we gonna get on top for real topic. Anything else you want to talk about before the end, though?
No, that's it.
All right. Oh, I did see something. It was in my group text earlier. Shout out to my man Bo. I think he posted in there. I guess apparently now in the Michigan in the correctional facilities, I guess they allowing inmates to get financial aid for college. So look, I'm with the shits, but I'm probably gonna say something foul right now though, only because I feel like. Yeah, fuck it, I'm saying I feel like school is prison any motherfucking way. So really, all you doing is allowing them to be in prison after they get out of prison. Because what's gonna happen is you go get that financial aid, you get your little education shit. But when you get out of the correctional facility, then you go be in debt to the motherfucking federal loans and shit, and then you go be like being in jail anyway. Man, fuck school, cuz.
I mean, I understand that, and I understand all that shit you saying, bro. But I think it's a great opportunity for the fucking inmates. They already locked up, you know what I'm saying? They sit down, you know, they reading their books, you know what I'm saying? I give them a chance to boost you know what I'm saying? When they get out of the community, they can move, you know what I'm saying? Move a little bit.
They can move a little bit
with a small degree.
With that financial aid tether.
Yeah.
We all on probation.
Everybody on probation.
Dog, all I'm saying is, dog, I don't know, dog. I fucking hate school. I mean, salute to niggas that did it and shit, because, I mean, I graduated and shit. I did the whole college thing, but again, I'm always, Well, I'm never gonna be an advocate, for real. Like, go to trade school or something. Do that shit for free, or do something, nigga. Find some way to pay for that shit. Do not
Unless
get federal
you want to
loans.
be a doctor and lawyer, I don't think you should go that motherfucker either.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Go and visit some of your homies and shit on campus to get the college life, dog. Fuck paying for that shit.
I mean, that's what I did.
Yeah. Especially anyway. I ain't gonna talk about how I was stealing books and shit. I guess it's been long enough.
No, let's not talk about it.
Okay, all right. So let's go to commercial break. So we get to our for real topic, dog. I'm trying to see, was it something else? It was. I swear it was something else I wanted to talk about though. Before we got to the for real topic. Oh, we liking weed now, so it's time to go. All right, so Nicky said that absolutely. How are they going to pay? Who's paying? Dog, that's what I'm saying. I think it's a great opportunity, but like they better give these motherfuckers all grants.
We paying anyway. It don't matter. We paying. Shit.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Fucking all right. Anyway, let's get to the for real topic after these commercial breaks, man. If you just now checking us out, then you gotta know what we talking about, man. We talking about the relationship between police and the black community. Can it be mended? And the reason we talking about that, obviously, is about the young lady who got killed in Fort Worth, Texas. I want to say 2 days ago, by the police, man, supposedly doing a wellness check. Shot her in her own home, dog. So we gonna talk about reactions to that, of course, and then we just go kind of get a general consensus of whether this relationship can actually be mended, dog. So hit me in the comment box, dog. We will read your comment live on the air if you're on IG, Twitter, Facebook, any of that shit, man. Or if you're on eblockradio.com, make sure you hit that comment box and you can comment below. But in about 45 seconds, we'll be right back. We go play this commercial breaks. Hit this motherfucking blunt. I'm stumbling over my words and shit. Time to get out of here, man. Chill for about 45 seconds, man. Check out these commercials. We'll be right back, man. You already know what it is. The livest cloud radio show on the planet.
EarthNet, yo.
Straight from the E-Block Radio, live on your dial, man. We'll be back in about 45 seconds.
Yeah, motherfucker. We got people that want merchandise. We got to start on our shit, bro, on the merchandise.
For sure. And we're back. Thank y'all for checking us out, man. You already know what it is. The livest cloud radio show on the planet.
Earth, cuz.
Straight from... What the fuck was that? Straight from the E-Block Radio,
I'm giving a shout out to Cali. They fuck with us heavy.
Obviously, man. Yeah, shout out to Cali. They are one of our biggest supporters, dog.
Is, yeah,
for sure. It's your boy, man, the Hood, Howard Stern, Q Lewis. Hold it down live from the 48205, and of course, my man Monk Money in the building.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to it, man. Can a relationship between the police and the black community be mended, dog? That's what we're talking about today. And we're going to talk a little bit about the, I ain't even going to call it a case. It ain't a case yet, so he got charged. But we're going to talk about...
fucking murder.
Yeah, it was murder. We'll talk about old girl getting murdered. And first of all, let's talk about that, dog. So if you're not hip, what is it? I want to say Tatiana. There's an I in front of it. Tatiana, though. Jefferson, down in Fort Worth, Texas. So I guess this is what happened. Apparently, a neighbor was concerned because they had seen the door had been open all day and they hadn't seen any movement. So they called the police. So it was a non-emergency call, all right? So first of all, let's get that out the way. A non-emergency call. Basically a wellness check. Like when you ain't heard from a motherfucker all day, you want somebody to go check on them. So that's what happened. They roll up on the scene and shit. My man, they scoping the scene, never present themselves as police. They see some movement at the window. My man immediately tell her to freeze, put your hands up and shit. And I don't, it happened so fast. Like, as soon as he said that, he shot through the window. Mm-hmm. Through the window, like she's inside her house. You was coming there for a wellness check. So you going to see if somebody's alive in there. And if somebody's alive, why would you shoot? Like, I don't fucking understand. And then the only thing that I will say about this case is that the police department did immediately accept full responsibility for that shit. Yeah. Like, they said that he fucked up and all of that shit. So, I mean, they did accept responsibility. That obviously won't bring the young lady back, but I think this will at least start that right conversation and shit. But let's just talk about that shit for a minute, dog. I know that shit kind of pissed you off. So when you first heard the story, though, what was you thinking?
In her house?
In her house.
That was the first thing I'm thinking. Like I don't understand how the whole scenario went down. Like, because if you're a police officer, don't you should knock on the door first before you start creeping around somebody's fucking house? Like, what if you get shot?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you walking around somebody's house, you on my property without me knowing. I can let some shots off, and I probably could have got away with it. You feel me? Yeah. Because you didn't present yourself at all. Yeah. You just come through the window. And the flashlight shining through my window, anybody gonna be like, "What the fuck is going on?" Yeah. And she's playing video games with her kid. Though. Right. Like, I think her kid was in there while she was playing.
I think her nephew or something. Yeah.
Her nephew, they was playing video games and shit. And then you just come out my window and freeze. I'm like, man, stop playing. Get the fuck on. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Me personally in that situation, and then bam, 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 I'm dead in my own house.
Right.
Come on, bro. Ain't no way around it.
I mean, and he shot so quick.
So quick. Didn't even say I'm the police.
No, I never said that.
Never said I was the police, bro.
Never said
that.
And
then he just let off shots, bro. Yeah. And that's just crazy, bro. And the black community getting up with the cops, I don't know, man. Like, I don't want to say every cop is fucked up, but majority of them motherfuckers is fucked up, bro.
The majority of them.
Yes, bro, they are, bro. Like, they got this mentality, bro. Like, they all need counseling, bro. Yeah. Like, they need somebody to sit down in front of somebody and tell they shit and get the shit off their chest so they won't be so fucking angry in the field. Yeah. Because ain't no way.
I ain't even gonna say that, bro.
You ain't gonna say what?
I ain't even gonna say that angry. They scared, nigga.
Yeah.
They scared.
Yeah, that too.
And I'm gonna tell you like this, dog. Again, I say this shit all the time, and no disrespect. No disrespect to police officers, because I know a few and shit. And some of them are good, some of them are not. Mm-hmm. And when I say this, man, I mean this with the utmost sincerity, dog. Sometimes this shit just ain't for you.
Ain't for you, bro.
If you pussy, then like you straight. Like, you don't need to get you a desk job.
Yes,
like,
bro.
I don't even if when you in the army, like. If you in the army, especially somebody who's been in the army or any kind of armed forces, in your squad, if you got a pussy, it sucks, bro.
Yes.
Like, if you got a pussy, it sucks, bro. It's like, dude, if I can't trust you to be able to do your job without being a motherfucking, what they used to say back in the old West, a yellowtail and shit.
Yellowtail.
Then I'm gonna need you to work at the desk, bro. Like, cause this not for you. Like, if I'm the police and I'm getting called out for a non-emergency, like, first of all, I'm going to knock on the door, because we really just coming to see if you alive. Like, we not coming like it's a threat. We coming like, hey, you alive in there? Because niggas is worried. Like, that's what it's supposed to be.
This is what I don't understand. Why there's no ex-military in a police office? Like, a lot of fucking police officers should be ex-military. For one,
I mean, a few of them are.
A few, but majority of them should be. You stop.
I can't.
Well, listen to me. I
don't know, dog.
Listen to me, bro.
Okay.
They already programmed. They already trained. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and I think that's the problem.
What?
They trained to kill, nigga.
Hey, but so you won't see none of these motherfuckers that say this shit, that's doing this shit, is ex-military. Ain't none of them ex-military. They know when to pull that bitch and they know when not to pull that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Mm. They don't make dumbass decisions like not to knock on somebody's door before you go around the house and shoot, bro.
Yeah.
The motherfucker's smarter already. You know what I'm saying? You getting these rookies on the team, you know what I'm saying, that just graduated high school and shit, been bullied his whole fucking life. He want to get some pain back.
She said that too.
You know what I'm saying? They want to bring the pain. Nah, bitch, I'm finna bring the pain. I got a license to bring the pain. You know what I'm saying?
A license to bring the pain.
For sure.
My man Bo said it can be mended, but the police have to do away with the blue. Oh shit, it's going fast. We gotta go back. Damn. It's going fast. Y'all niggas talking today. He said they have to do away with the blue code and hold each other accountable. Convictions based on false and planted evidence need to be overturned. Those officers need to be charged and face their time in court. There's so much more that needs to happen, but all the outreach programs in the world will not work until accountability happens on their side. Yeah. And I agree, man. Now, I think this was, like, they took a first, I ain't gonna say a first step, but it was a little bit relieving to see that they actually admitted that they fucked up. Yeah. And they was like, whether my man, because he ended up resigning, even though they was going to fire his ass anyway, and he already got arrested for murder. So they made sure that they said that too. They realized that he fucked up, and they said that obviously it needs to be more training, but I think that you knew that it needed to be more training before this shit happened. Like, you knew that shit already. Period. My man Bo said justice is the ultimate equalizer, in my opinion. Nikki said, I got to get the fear out of the cowards that join the force to prove a point. That's exactly what you were saying. Sure. Sad that she may have moved to that community to live in a better place, a.k.a. out of the hood. That's the truth, though. Like, you probably moved away. Mm-hmm. Like, she had just recently, like, I think in 2014 or something, had just graduated from college. And it was probably, like, trying to make a better life. And then you get out here and you find out that, yes, it's all bad. It's all bad. My man Kodak Lee said, change comes from within. Fuck community outreach. Teaching someone else how to treat us better. Bullshit. Join the force. Police your own neighborhoods. I think that's just about where we at with it at this point. Mm-hmm. So I think in order for that to happen, we got to break that stigma of oh shit. No, okay, we got to break that stigma of being the police, though, because a lot of people don't want to be the police because of that stigma of what the police are. Mm-hmm. But I guess we got to change that narrative and be the police. Mm-hmm. I guess at that point, that's kind of that would be a good way to change it. Joe the vet checked back in. He said the news wants to say she had a gun in the house. Almost everyone I know has a gun in the house. All races. Why would that even be a thing? Man, so what if she got a fucking gun in her house, dog? Come on, bro. Simple as that.
Y'all make this shit right to bear arms. Y'all did this shit, bro. Y'all did that. We didn't have that. Yeah. Shit. In Africa, we had knives and bows and shit. This nigga said and fucking, what's the motherfucker? They had the motherfucker. Yeah. They was doing all that shit, bro. Y'all brought these guns to us, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Then y'all said we can have them. Then every time something fucked up happened, they say, "Oh, well, they had a gun, right? And they smoked marijuana."
But you said we could have them, officer. Fuck out of here, man. Yo, Nicky said because they come out fucked up too and shit. That's the truth though. I mean, a lot of the military come out. Like, a lot of military people come out fucked up, too. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough.
It is, but, like, some of them are already programmed, though.
I know, and I think that's not necessarily a good thing. Like, because, and the only reason I say that is because the police force right now is already becoming more and more militarized. I think that's the word. So, I don't know. It's
always been, bro.
I don't think I want the police to be like the fucking military. Man, so I don't know.
I say they the biggest gang in America.
They the biggest. Oh, you talking about the police or the military? Police. Yeah, I believe that. I definitely believe that shit. But at the same time, I don't know. So Joe the vet just checked in. He said, hold on, what do we say? In my unit, if I can't trust you, we moving you around to another department. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't trust me because he pussy though. Mm-hmm. But he said, I hate to say it, but some ex-military make the worst police. Now, see, this is coming from a military guy, and that's why I say I believe that though, only because a lot of the shit that they went through. I don't know, dog. I don't know if it's a great idea. Like, some of them, I think, need to leave the military and all of that type of shit alone when they get out. You know what I'm saying?
Some of them.
And see, that's what Nikki said. He said they kill at will. No thanks.
Shit, we still got the same problem.
Yeah, we do got the same problem.
Oh, y'all, what y'all talking about? It's the same exact problem.
Yo, hit me in the comment box, man, if you got a comment, dog. Can the relationship between the police and the black community be mended? All right, so right now, a dude got charged with murder. Obviously, you know, that is just a charge. I am hopeful that this results in some type of penalty that we can believe in. What would you say at this point for like the actual sentencing? What would be acceptable?
was the same shit a regular nigga would have got for murder.
Yeah.
That's acceptable for me. You know what I mean? Like
that's all it is.
That's all it is.
There's
nothing else that we can accept, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, you murdered this lady cold-blooded in your house. It's on tape. Yeah. Everybody here. You ain't say, Officer Johnny, this is Officer Johnny. It's shit. You said, look, put the shit down, put your hands up.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Right, no. that could be a robbery.
That's a robbery.
If they tell you put your hands up from outside and they ain't said they was the police, that's a robbery. That's a
robbery. You know what I'm saying? You scared.
Yeah.
And why not knock on the front door, though? Like, I don't understand. Like, why not knock on the door, ring your doorbell, and say, announce yourself, bro?
That's what they were supposed to do. It was two of them, though. So one person could have went and knocked on the door while the other one stood back to surveillance the crib. I know that, and I'm not even the police. Nigga. I haven't even been trained for that.
But you surveillance in the crib and shit, and the motherfucking door ring and doorbell ring, I stand up. I'm shot. Right. Because I reacted to the doorbell.
To the doorbell.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Dog, this is fucking unfortunate as fuck, bro. And it's like, I hate that we have to keep having casualties and examples, basically, to try to move the needle forward. I mean, at the end of the day, this type of shit's been happening since way before. But the one I want to put out there, obviously, because I think the other day was like his birthday, but it was Emmett Till. I think ever since then, our human or our black bodies have been the sacrificial lamb to try to move the needle forward, and it's not really moving. How many people have to get murdered in the name of justice or law enforcement until like this shit really make a difference, dog? I think just going back to what Kodak Lee said, I think it is the truth. I don't think anything will ever change until we insert ourselves into the actual police force. Mm-hmm. But the way the police, being a policeman, that stigma of that shit, I don't think that'll ever allow us to do it, because we always, dog, we equate the police with so much negativity. How can you encourage a black kid from the hood to be the police? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because we equate it with so much negativity. And then you see shit like this, and you like, dog, at the end of the day, y'all a fraternal order. Mm-hmm. Like, when you become a police, you are in a fraternal order with these same motherfuckers that's killing us. So, like, how do you convince a little nigga to, like, hey, be the police when your brethren down in Texas shooting the shit out of niggas in their own crib? Like, how do you do it? It's fucked up. That's why I don't know if that shit will ever be mended, bro. Like, I
don't either.
I really don't know, dog.
They've been fucking us from the beginning of time, bro.
This nigga said beginning of time. Maybe not the beginning of time. Probably as far back as they tell us and shit. Yeah. My man Joe DeVette say, we are not fans of de-escalation. We were trained to warn and stop the threat. See, that's what I'm saying. See, that's why I don't know about the non-lethal was not an option in our situation. We were truckers hauling ammo, no time for a mess. And that's what frightens me about military niggas being in the police force. That shit right there. That
scared the shit out of niggas. You see them motherfuckers go down the street. Right. You better duck behind the car.
Hell yeah. Miriam just checked in. What up, though?
What up, though?
Let me see. Where we at? Al checked in. What up, though? Al said, people better remember when people get tired, they start fighting back. They better stop killing us for no reason. Remember when Highland Park motherfuckers was killing police officers, dog. That shit did happen. It was only like 3 fucking Highland Park police and shit, but
they got tired of their ass.
Yeah, they got tired of their ass, though. That I don't ever, you know what? I guess I gotta say this too and shit. This is the unfortunate thing about it. What Al said right then is exactly right, though. And the unfortunate thing, though, is that a lot of times you can't get that change that you need without catastrophe.
For sure.
Unfortunately. And that's the whole thing about this whole Black Lives movement and everything. Just the reality of it is that, like, people go die. Like, I don't know who all willing to really take that motherfucking risk, because it's serious out here. Like, I know it's a lot of black opportunity, a lot of black people in certain positions and shit like that, positions of power. But at the end of the day, I mean, the revolution does take bloodshed, bro. Unfortunately.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that kind of get to the same thing as the police, though. Like, sometimes you gotta know your position. Like, some niggas is pussies, just like in real life, just like they are on the police force. Mm-hmm. And you just gotta know your lane. Some fights just not for you, dog. Mm-hmm. And a lot of these police officers, dog, I don't know how you get past it, though. I know you say counseling and mental stability tests and shit, but
bro, for real, like,
sometimes that don't test people's character, though. Sometimes
It don't matter.
I mean, because your character is dependent on that too, though.
It's a start to something, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It might not let a motherfucker just let off in the motherfucker car for no reason, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He talked about it, you know what I'm saying? He talked about his fear, he talked about what he wanted to do, and that should get a lot of shit off your chest, you know what I'm saying? Okay, be more calmer, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I think, personally, that's my whole thing. If you put the shit out here in paper, a lot of shit we hold back. We hold back a lot of shit as human beings. Like, you know what I mean? Shit done happen in their life, they probably ain't never gonna tell nobody, you know what I'm saying? Right. So, we hold that shit back, and if we can get that shit out, vent, I think the cops will be a lot calmer, bro.
Shit, the people will be like,
the people are like, everybody be a lot calmer.
Everybody be around the bitch calm as hell smoking weed and shit. Yo, if you got a comment, man, hit me in the comment box right now. We will read your comment.
Fucking angry, everybody.
No, they are, though. Live on the air, man. We'll read you. Everybody angry, man, this bitch, huh?
Hell yeah.
Bia just checked in. What up, though?
What up, Bia?
It's going to take generations. The internet is helping, though, by showing what's going on out there on the beat. All right? I think that is true. Mm-hmm. I think that is helpful. Like, you start to... Because this was kind of like how niggas in L.A., always had a problem with the police, like but they could never prove it and shit. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like you get a chance to actually see it, and I think that's the most frustrating thing, though.
What's my man name on Colors?
On Colors? Oh fuck, man, you gonna do me like that, though?
What's his name? People's
on Colors. You talking about the
Ice-T?
Ice-T shit?
They told us on that shit, but
I can't remember the fucking I can't remember that shit. It's been so long since I've seen that shit, and I've also never seen Colors in its entirety.
Oh wow,
I've only seen parts. Well, all right, so
all the love of basketball, though.
God damn, nigga, I knew we was going to that shit. So anyway, Bia said police should have to live in the city they work in. They should be a part of the community they are policing. That way they really care. I think that's one of the main things too.
Sure.
Because if you police in the community that you live in, then you are less likely to destroy it. Mm-hmm. At least I think that's the theory, and I think that is true. Especially if you know that neighborhood. I mean, just like, for instance, like we got police in the neighborhood and shit. I won't say no names and shit just in case there's some serious issues going on. But we have some police in the neighborhood who have come into criminal activity, and because they know the neighborhood, like, those interactions go a little bit smoother, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think when you're adjusted to that neighborhood and you understand the inner workings of that neighborhood, you are less likely to respond like my man did. Mm-hmm. Like, so if somebody, for instance, if somebody called and said, like, damn, Q truck door open or some shit, like, we need to send the police over there and see what the fuck going on. I think if it was a police officer from my neighborhood, he would be less likely to pull up and shoot me in my own truck and shit, because, like, you know me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you familiar with the neighborhood. So I think that's definitely a thing. But it goes back to what I was saying before. How do you convince people in the neighborhood to be the police? Yeah. When you see shit like this, like, I don't want to fucking be the police. Like, I fucking hate the police. So, like, why would I want to be them?
And if that's the case, you know what I'm saying, you would think they have, like, some kind of fucking something to give kids, like, in high school to get ready for that shit. True. You know, some kind of course, you know what I'm saying? You know,
yeah,
like,
I hadn't thought about that.
Some of them, you know what I mean? Like, if that's the case, but they don't want to do that, bro.
They want to keep the divide.
They want to keep the divide, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good question. Now, what you think about that?
What?
Do you think that's really the case? Like, do you think that I guess we'll call it the powers that be, they want this divide between the police and the black community?
Community period. Yeah.
Just community period. Yeah. There's got to be some kind of divide.
There got to be some kind of divide. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's already there. You think you're above thou anyway. You know what I'm saying? True. No, like, we ain't regular because you got that badge. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy. You know, it shouldn't even be like that, bro.
Yeah, and some people just don't need that power.
And I know some good cops, bro.
Yeah.
No, I know a lot of good dudes. You know what I'm saying? That's cops, bro. But like you said, bro, a lot of these motherfuckers been picked on their whole life. Yeah. And be pussy, man.
Just be pussy. And look, and this is another reason. Like, see, I ain't I think I said this before. I couldn't be the police though. Not because I'm scared to shoot people and shit or shit like that, but I just know that I'm gonna steal. If I'm the police, I'm stealing motherfucking dope money. It's not a nigga I'm gonna pull over ever that's gonna have dope money and I'm not taking it.
You always incriminate yourself.
But that's why I won't be the police though. I am shaking motherfuckers down. You understand what I'm saying? I am shaking niggas down. Like, they gonna be doing me like they was doing the police on Players Club. Like, oh shit, here these niggas come. Because, nigga, I'm shaking motherfuckers down. That's why I couldn't be the police.
Turn them upside down, shaking money out there.
Taking everything you know, and I'll be policing my own neighborhood. Being that bitch like Lonzo. They go motherfucking train today. Shit, I'm shaking niggas the fuck down. Coco J just checked in. What's happening, baby?
What I do?
Only if they choose to add black people to their training to act out scenarios, situations that may take place. I'm just saying. But a lot needs to be done to stop bullshit for real. Unfortunately, it will never truly be all the way mended because racism is still out there. Sure. And some of them carry guns and wear uniforms. Dog, that's for sure. Mm-hmm. So I think that the racism part of it is obviously a lot. Like, the racism part of it is a lot.
They put up them white sheets and put on a badge.
No, I mean, yeah, basically, it's another form of power. That's just like politicians and law enforcement. If you can control those two, you can pretty much control not only the community but the whole narrative itself. Mm-hmm. So I think it definitely. I mean, that's the case, and I think that's the upward motherfucking hill that we got to overcome, and I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I just like I seen on BET. It's a show coming out called the Cop Watchers or some shit like that. Yeah. And I'm just thinking, like, we at a time where you fucking really need that shit. Like, you really gotta be surveillancing the fucking police. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's on BET.
Right, it's on BET. What you got to say about that, though? This nigga, man. Nikki just checked back in. She said, equal punishment for the law. People lost faith in the justice system, for sure. When you see that a man that fight a dog and get more than a murder, how will it ever mend? I think that's a good question. I mean, a lot of this shit is based on laws that were created originally to hold us down anyway. And those laws never been changed. You know, none of that shit ever been changed since way back then. So we are the recipients of racially charged laws from way long time ago. So then you figure, well, damn, you got to get into politics to change some of this shit. But when you get into politics, then you just become a cog in the wheel, and then we all over.
All same shit.
It's all the same shit over again, right? It's just, I don't know, dog.
Vicious circle, bro.
Hell yeah, I'm about to be like you, man. It just ain't gonna never be right.
It ain't gonna never be right, bro.
I'm gonna be a pessimist. Like, this shit just ain't never gonna be shit.
One thing I don't have faith in.
Humans. Goddamn. Licky says, sometimes I feel like it's a setup to implement Marshall's Law. Damn. Well, we would be on the losing end of that. You think?
Sure.
You think so?
For sure.
Yeah, you're probably right. Joe said, I grew up in the middle of the LA riots. It wasn't nothing pretty. And being a veteran and growing up in that, with what we have now, it's scary to consider the Civil War. Dog, a Civil War, bro.
That shit's scary.
How crazy would that shit be?
Crazy.
Who prepared for that shit?
Nobody.
You think white people prepared for that shit?
Yes.
Yeah. We need to get on our shit. Mm-hmm. Cause we don't even know how to survive though. Mm-hmm. Now we was talking about that shit when we was in I'm about to say Colorado, when we was in Charlotte, and shout out to my man Bo. He said you need to at least be able to survive like 3 days on your own. Mm-hmm. Like that means like with your food, water, motherfucking security, all that shit. But what's crazy is that we had those conversations with him a lot. But I guess these are normal conversations that like we actually need to be having every day.
Every day.
That's fucked up though. It's fucked up, but at the end of the day though, it would. I don't even want to think about that shit. but it's always a possibility though.
And I think we should do hunt classes. Like we should have somebody out there in the woods helping us out, showing you how to hunt, showing you how to get fucking food, showing you how to survive. Like
I guess we gotta do that ourselves. I guess
we gotta do it ourselves because ain't nobody else is gonna do it. Like they already up on it. They already advanced at this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like really, you know what I'm saying? I hang out with a couple of them. I went hunting a few times. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'll be good for a couple 3 days. I think I can survive a couple days. Yeah, cook the shit out them bitches.
Look out, eat squirrel meat.
Yeah.
Look, eat that squirrel.
Fuck you, I'm eating that motherfucker.
No pun intended, nigga. My man Joe said we need more peaceful but direct. If you are trained to kill any field, your punishment for your crime should be even more severe than the civilian. And I see what you're saying though, because this is like that's like a boxer, right? So a boxer, a trained fighter, when you fight somebody like in a street fight, you do get charged more because you are a trained fighter.
Yeah,
so he right. You should be. It should be just like you said. It should be a harsher penalty and shit
definitely.
for being the police because you supposed to. It's a standard that we have to increase because it's just a certain level of fucking, I don't know what you would call it, professionalism, I guess, that we expect from the police. Like they so scared and agitated. Like everything agitates them. Like
everything.
This might be the wrong field.
Like I'm talking calm to you, officer. Like, what the fuck is your problem? Like, I don't understand, man.
Exactly.
Here's my license, my registration. What the fuck else do you want me to do? Want me to kiss your feet? I don't fucking know.
Right, that's how they be acting though. No, that shit, I don't know. I really don't, and I think that about regular people too, like especially in customer service. I definitely think that. Like I see some people you come into contact in customer service, and you just feel like this not the job for you. Mm-hmm. And there's some police like that too. Like, hey, shit, this not the job for you, my nigga. Like maybe you should do something else. Joe also said if you get in trouble in the military, they take your pay, rank, and time. You are guilty and have to prove your innocence. It's backwards in the police department. It's still a uniform of service. That is true. Like military, police, all that shit is still a uniform of service. Both basically to the government. You know what I'm saying? Like military on the federal level, police on a state level and shit. But it's still service to the government and your community though. I think when you take that oath, people take that shit lightly. Like I don't know. They looking at this shit like a job. Like that shit's not a job. That shit is like that's a lifestyle. Like being the police is, nigga. I don't know. I don't think they taking it the way they supposed to. LaWanda just checked in. What up, though?
What up,
we talking about Tatiana Jefferson, I believe her last name was, being murdered by the police a couple days ago. And our overall topic though is just is this: do you think that it'll ever be mended, that relationship between the police and the black community? I guess I haven't really answered that shit, and I think that it can be, but I don't think that it will be. And I say that because I think that a lot of the shit that we said would definitely work, infusing our own into the police academies and into the police forces, policing our own communities, public schools, just giving that access and changing the narrative of what it is to be the police. Like I think that would encourage more of us to become police and then allow us to kind of change the inner workings. But for all that to happen, y'all gotta stop killing niggas. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta stop killing niggas, because if y'all don't stop killing niggas, how we ever go convince black kids to be the police? Like I don't know, man. It's a rough relationship, dog, that I see some of it in Detroit. Like I don't know if this happens other places, but I see a lot of it in Detroit. I guess probably because they be posting on Facebook. But I do see police officers kind of fucking around with the people in their community. Like stop pulling up, playing basketball type shit. Like you ain't got to get out and hoop and shit. But I'm just saying you should. When I see you in a neighborhood, I should recognize you. Like, oh, that's my man from the 9th precinct. Like, you just be rolling through. Like, we should have that relationship. I shouldn't. When I see the police, I shouldn't, one, wonder why the fuck they here, or two, be scared and shit. Yeah. Both of those things shouldn't happen with the police. When you see the police, you're supposed to be like, oh shit, it's Officer Craig and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're supposed to know that motherfucker, because you should be policing the neighborhood that you are accustomed to. So you should know him. Like, oh shit, that's Officer Jones and shit. Like, what up, though? And then, like, now I see the police, I'll be like, man, what the fuck? Well, yeah. What they looking for?
You instantly get tensed up because you're nervous.
Right, and that's fucked up,
that's
man.
Fucked up, and they supposed to, be there to protect us and shit. And we nervous and shit.
Man, we will call the homies before we call the police.
For sure.
That's crazy though, right?
For sure.
And that's why that shit ain't gonna never get mended. Nikki checked back in. She said police go through getting yelled at and drilling for toughness. Mental breakdown happens in training. Some of them are high functioning crack babies as well. Let's not forget that. High functioning crack babies, dog. Yo, it's after 11, dog. If y'all got a last minute comment, man, hit me in the comment box, dog. We will read your comments live on the air. But we gonna go around the block one last time with our own comments before we get out of here. Monk Money, dog. What's your last sentiments on the way out?
I don't understand how shit just keep happening and keep happening and keep happening, and nobody says anything or do anything about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is happening in our face every day. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand how nobody just don't see it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see how you can be dumb to that. Like, nigga, it's out here. Racism is out here, dog. It's been out here from the beginning, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've been putting it on us. They've been putting us on us since they made the motherfucking Bible. But I'm not even gonna say that. I ain't gonna start with that. I ain't gonna start with that. But anyway, I don't understand how people can just watch things happen and just watch them unfold and shit. You know what I mean? You gotta be an evil motherfucker to do some shit like that. Like, you gotta be like Dr. Evil. Like, for real. And I think a lot of these motherfuckers are Dr. Evils. You know what I'm saying? And they just want to see shit happen. You know what I mean? Carnage, bro. Like, that was just like blatant murder on that case, bro. Like, he literally just shot through the window. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand how he won't get the max. You know what I'm saying? Take that nigga to the max. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit happened, bro, and everybody saw it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And them what's the police cams? Body cams. They work out for something. Sometimes I know a lot of them get erased, but and I give a shout out to the police department to flat out say, like, hey, shit, he fucked up. You know what
they accept the responsibility for that shit. And that was one thing. So
yeah, that was one thing. You know, we got that, but other than that, bro, I don't see how people can just watch shit happen. And we as a people, bro, like, that's why I see no light at the end of the tunnel for us, bro. Like, it's gonna be the same way forever, dog, because niggas don't have the courage, bro, to come to the next man and treat him like a brother for real. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You want to say that shit, but then again, you plotting on something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit just stupid to me, bro. Yeah. Like it's no unity at all, bro. You know what I mean? Like, and if I feel like if I could find a dude like that I can kick it with, and you know what I'm saying, then okay, you my guy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, some dudes you can't. You know what I mean? You are like, I think I'm a good judge of character at some point. Sometimes like, I ain't fucking with dog. Dog, something wrong with dog. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, but a lot of dudes
just don't have that ability.
Just don't have that ability, bro. Yeah.
I feel you, dog. On that note, man, shit, condolences to the family down there. 100. And to the neighbor, dog. Like, it would be. I understand. Like, you got a neighbor. I want to say it was a black dude. I'm pretty sure it was a black dude, and they probably lived in a white neighborhood, I'm guessing. Mm-hmm. And he probably was, you know, literally concerned about her and shit. And it's fucked up that you have to live with that on your heart, thinking that maybe if I hadn't called the police to check on her, like, she'd still be alive. But that's a fucked up thing to think about.
Yeah, because he shouldn't even feel that way.
He shouldn't feel that way, though, but I can understand how it could, though. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, shit, peace to him, too, though. Like, don't let that shit, like, it's not your fault. Like, you did what you were supposed to do and shit. The police just didn't do what they were supposed to do. And I think at this point, when shit like that happened, which obviously wasn't too far from where Botham Jean got killed in his apartment and shit, all that's down in Texas. So, you know, of course, is creating a buzz, and it's obvious though. I don't think it should keep taking instances like this to understand that the police are poorly trained, that institutional racism still exists, and that this divide is something that's not only apparent, but it was planned. I think all of this shit is planned. Like, everything that's happening to us is premeditated, dog.
For sure.
And the only way to combat that is to come together. You said the unity shit is something you just don't see happening, huh? Mm-mm. Yeah, well, that's something we got to work on in order for this to even happen. So I think one thing is unity. The two things, just like Kodak Lee said, we got to be able to get into these police forces and change the narrative and change the whole capacity of law enforcement. And I know that's gonna be some hard shit to do. So probably not in our lifetime. Mm-hmm. Yo, I want to thank y'all for checking us out today, man. We had a deep-ass conversation. Didn't think we was going to get that deep and shit. Sure. But I want to thank everybody who checked us out on IG. Everybody checked us out on Twitter and Instagram. I said IG already. Yeah. Facebook Live, YouTube Live, E-Block Radio. Make sure that you do check out PardonMyEastside.com right now. Pick up your merchandise, man. Pardon My Eastside t-shirts, hats, and hoodies and shit right now because it's fall and winter time coming up. Get 25% off by using the promo code eBlockRadio. All right. Also, it is Wednesday, so it is karaoke Wednesday. So come down to the Easy Street Saloon, 16101 East 10 Mile Road. Come get your sing on and shit. Get some drinking and food specials down there. Till the next time, dog. You already know what it is. the livest cloud radio show on the planet.
Earth, nephew.
Straight from the E-Block Radio, live on your dial, man. I got my man Money holding it down. And of course, it's your man's, the Hood Howard Stern, Q Lewis, holding it down live from the 48205, man. Peace out, y'all.
Holla at your loved ones, cuz.
The livest cloud radio show on the planet. E-Block Radio.